You know, I always feel like at funerals, I know we have to start, but like, I hope my children speak to me as beautifully as you all did. You know?
My kids take care of me.
Right, right. Well, you showed them, you know? I'm so flamboyant tonight. I'm like you. I'm so.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Wait, what are you trying to do?
Bemet? Just put. There we go. Oh no, it's a little high. What's happening? I'm really, really flamboyant. I think I'm just gonna do. Hi, I'm on. Oh. No, it fell.
Where do you want it?
I mean, usually it's tacked on to here as the easiest. I guess I didn't do it properly. Okay, we're a little 5 minutes late. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, okay, Yofi. Here we go. Ya la 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 la. A new melody, a new month.
But I feel like I've heard it in the rock and roll archives of my brain. What is it?
It's actually very beautiful. It's called Lincoln's Nigun. And friends, Shabbat Shalom, I'm Cantor Batami Moses. And Rabbi Mars wants to know what that beautiful melody is. And some of you know, last Shabbat, I was a cantor artist in residence in one of my dear colleagues' synagogues. And while I can't create the beautiful three-part harmony music that I made with my colleagues, I learned some other beautiful music. So this is actually a nigun written by Joey Weisenberg, but it's called Lincoln's Nigun. I wasn't planning to share the history, but since you asked, very quickly. He writes, the author writes, when Abraham Lincoln used to go out to inspect his troops, the men would stand in miles-long lines, opening up to the right and to the left as he came through, and the words, Yamin Usmol, which that's what's taken from this nigun, is a wordless melody, expresses the anticipation and finally the reception of another enduring hero, which is, of course, Shabbat, the Shabbat queen. The Shiro is here. So we've just opened Shabbat with, that's wonderful because I'm doing a Tat Shabbat Shiro Tat Shabbat soon. So Shabbat Shalom. You got a lot of information.
Does everybody get what a Shiro is?
A Shiro? I think you can, hero, you can figure that out. So Shabbat Shalom, welcome.
Shabbat Shalom. Take a look around the beautiful space. And if you haven't been here before, Shabbat Shalom, we welcome you. I know that some people come in with very heavy hearts tonight because you are in mourning. Some of you very newly in mourning. Some of you are here remembering somebody who died at this time years ago. You're also kind of holding that same fragile place, maybe, vulnerable place. That's okay, it's Shabbat, you're among friends. And then some of you are coming for a simcha because you want to celebrate. Also, it's Simcha Shabbos, or for those of you who need a translation, it's Celebration Shabbat. We made that up. It is an opportunity for you to think about those things in your life that you actually have to celebrate. And you know, even if we're holding ourselves in mourning in this moment, we also can use this as an opportunity. Shabbat, you get a break from that heaviness, and you actually get to come into a place of lightness and joy and maybe even celebration, thinking about your special person. We have, ever since October 7th, decided that we were going to light our Shabbat candles, but only after we light a yahrzeit candle, Holy One of Blessing. We ask that you hold all those people who are in mourning throughout the state of Israel, the surrounding areas, everyone who's in pain from that particular war, please bless them as they remember theirs. We also want to just, sort of hold on to anything good that happened this week. And anything bad, let it be part of the flotsam and jetsam, right? Let it go into the water. Let it go away. Only if we can we bring a little Shabbat light and joy into this world. It's our obligation. If we are actually cognizant of Shabbat, then we have an obligation to be somehow delighted by this light, like we've never seen it before, this kind of beautiful primeval light that comes to us that says we are connected to a holiness in the world. We're connected to humanity, all of it. We're connected to a natural world as well. And so with that, and every spirit who comes to visit us this Shabbat, let's just welcome them with our hands. We waft in this light, and we make a bracha for Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Friends, this Shabbat we have our visual tefillah, so we'll sing together Lecha Dodi as we welcome that Shabbat queen. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, yalla, 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 b'nei Shabbat, mekabela, yalla, lecha Dodi likrat kala, yalla, 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 b'nei Shabbat, mekabela, shamor vezachor vedivor echad, yishmianu el hameyuchad, Adonai echad, ushmo echad, v'shemo tiferet ve'elitila, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalla, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabela, Dodi likrat kala, yalla, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabela, likrat Shabbat, lechu v'nelcha, ki hi mekor haberacha, lerosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshavat tchila. Dodi likrat kala, yalla, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalla, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabela, yitoreri, yitoreri, ki va'orech kumi ori. Daveri, kevod Adonai alayich nigla, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalla, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabela, lecha dodi likrat kala, yalla, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabela.
And as we have stood, we now bow.
Shalom ateret bala, gam תוך אמונה, עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לי נקלה, יללה, 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 פני שבת מקבלה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, יללה, 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 פני שבת מקבלה.
Please be seated.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
אמן.
ועמד יפרח חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמירה במבורך לעולם עולם מעמיה, יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתבהר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן ביומה ואמרו amen.
So I noticed that my heater was not working super great in my house this week. And of course, this guy just goes, okay, who do I have to call so I don't have to fix it myself? But before I did that, I thought, oh, you know what? There's a thing called an air filter. Maybe check it. So I did, and guess what? All clogged up. How did you know, Bev? All clogged up. So what does this guy do? Get a new air filter, put it in. What do you know? Right? So this is a little bit like us, friends. You know, if you haven't taken a deep breath, just try that for a second. Okay, because we have to remind ourselves we got to keep the filter clear, right? We got to take probably another breath as we go, recognizing it's Shabbat. I can take in what I want and I can let go what I want also. And if we're really, really intentional with this next breath, we're going to allow ourselves to say, whatever is it dismaying me, perturbing me, or holding me back from feeling like I have a clear passage, then I'm just going to breathe in and breathe that out. All the way. Ready? Echad, shtayim. It is not to be overestimated how the breath is the life for us. We only have so many of these in our lifetime, and what a joy it is to be appreciative in this moment of that precious life breath, the connection that we have to this world and one another, and the divinity that makes it all possible. Please rise.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach, yai lai lai yai 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 Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam va'ed, yai 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 lai yai.
Please be seated.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב ערבים.
Here's a reflection on how we might get from one place to another. When everyone else was meditating, I'd be outside circling the hall. Finally, I went to confess, I'm hopeless, I said. The elder smiled at me. Just keep going, she said. Nothing stays in orbit forever. If this circling is all you have, why not make this circling your home? I did as she told me and went on circling the hall. If you find yourself partly in and partly out, if you find yourself drawn to this path and also drawing away, I can assure you, you are in good company. Just keep going. Sometimes the most direct path isn't a straight line.
כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha Bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם Adonai Elohechem Emet. So last Shabbat was Shabbat Shirah, known as the Shabbat of Song, where we read Shirat Hayam, the Song of the Sea, and in the Haftarah we rechanted Devorah's song. And right now in our liturgy we get to Mi Chamocha, where it's in the Song of the Sea. And so I learned this beautiful poem last Shabbat all about freedom, because that's what Mi Chamocha is. That moment that we were free. And we know right now we are praying for freedom for so many people all over the world. And maybe it's freedom from our own restrictions, from our own narrow places. So why don't you join me in this poem, and let's surrender to this word and pray for freedom in this world. Sit with the freedom in your heart. Feel it expanding into your palms. In this moment, whole galaxies seem to fit inside your fingertips. How? When did you become this vast? Was this spaciousness always here? Could you have felt this way yesterday if only you had gotten out of your own way? Sit with the freedom in your heart, more beautiful than any story. Feel it surge through you until your body forgets any limits and knows itself as infinite. Freedom will do what freedom does, invite you to touch the source of the universe. Replace for this moment your fear with awe. Mi chamocha b'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef elev v'nemar, kifar Adonai et Yaakov, uga'alo miyad chazak mimenu, baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael.
Later on tonight, after our oneg, which we're so grateful, thank you to Randy Arndt and his family, remembering your folks. We're going to be having a special oneg in their memory, and then we also are going to be having a discussion and a little preview to a course that we're starting called I Engage through the Shalom Hartman Institute. Rabbi Sam Klein has brought it to us. Also, Dr. David Froelich, who's also here. And the three of us tonight are going to be giving you a little peek into what this course is going to be like. It's going to be 12 weeks. The three of us are going to be taking turns teaching it. We might even get a guest appearance from the cantor. No pressure. And it is a very special curriculum. But what I want to ask you to ask yourself at this moment, before we have a discussion after the oneg, at 7:15, we're going to be gathering back in here to have, so you'll get your nash and then you'll come back. And we'll talk and we'll see a short video and we'll be having a discussion. It's really to ask yourself, what are the facts I know about the conflict? Probably a lot. But setting those aside, and actually more germane to the discussion we want to have in this class, is what are the values that I bring to the discussion about what's happening in Israel and with the war in Gaza? What are the values that underpin my belief system when it comes to having a discussion about this very prickly, difficult topic? So I want you to imagine, before we go into Hashkivenu tonight, which asks us to ask God to give us a shelter of peace, what are the values that I take refuge in? Like a shelter that helps me in a safe, quiet place. What are the values that undergird my belief system, and what prevents me from hearing other opinions? What makes me feel very doggedly attached to my own beliefs, my own values? But really, facts aside, what are my values I bring to the conversation? And a really important one for our time, I would argue, even more important in some ways. As part of the Jewish people, we need to know what we are made of. Not even as much what the geopolitics is made of, but what are we made of in that conversation? So, taking refuge in those sacred values and trying to articulate them to ourselves. Hopefully you'll come to that little primer at the end of services and have a discussion with us, and we certainly hope you come to the class. But for now, we ask the Holy One to encase this world in a Sukkot Shalom. There are just too many places here in Columbus where people cannot find shelter. And I don't just mean the physical shelter, but feel safe in the values they espouse and come to this world with. There are kids in this place that are just not safe in our own town. And then we, of course, know that there are others who suffer across the world, even our beloved Israel and all of the areas surrounding it. God, can you just give us a sense of safety in this very troubled world? And may that sense of security emanate from me so I can give it to others. We'll sing with the cantor. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. 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 We sing out our joy that it is Shabbat and that we are together. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. We rise as we are able, friends, for the Amidah, our standing prayer at this moment, receiving what you need, as Shabbos is all about kind of taking that pause, knowing what to ask for, nothing too steep, but just enough so that we can feel like we can approach what happens after tonight with a full heart and open hands. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu velo
Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chastei Avot v'Imahot, Umevii Gula Livnei B'nehem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Be'ezrat Sarah. Ata gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol ata rav lehoshia, Mashiva ruach umorida gashem, Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofech odim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot umidam elach, Melech meimid umechaye umatzmiach Yeshua v'ne'eman ata l'chayot hakol, Baruch ata Adonai Mechaye hakol, Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, Ukdoshim b'chol yom yahalelu chaseda, Baruch ata Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
We continue our own silent reflections, being seated whenever we feel like we're done.
Shalom. Yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la, yai la la. At the conclusion of our personal Amidah prayer, we always add a collective prayer for those in our lives who need a refuat shlema, a refuat hanefesh, or a refuat haguf, meaning a healing of body and soul. So we're going to chant these beautiful words, the first words that Moses said to pray for his sister Miriam, Elna Rafana La. Please, God, please heal her, please heal them, please heal us. So at this time, actually, I would like you to please share those names aloud for whom you are praying for. We're also praying for Naomi bat Miriam harav Yosef, Miriam bat Simcha v'Shifra, Elianu Shai bat Benyamin v'Shira Leah, Gavrielo bat Nuchemia Devorah, Hannah Miriam bat Esther, Avinu bat Simcha v'Shifra, Harav Michal Masha bat Chaim v'Simcha, Elie Mendel ben Shmuel v'Sara, Nathaniel Yaakov ben Yehudit Sarah, Tzipor Esther bat Shoshana Rezel, Pam Beeler, Peggy Summer Baker, Michael Bornstein, Carol Cohen, Ronald Cohen, Carol Crowfoot, Larry Footer, Elaine Dank Friedman, Karen Gillen, Kiana Greenwald, Nora Guzinski, Annette Gilbert Herwood, Ethan Kadish, Jeff Cape, Jerry Cruz, Marilyn Lassen, Giuseppe Mangiano, Marilyn Mendelman, Tammy Kamen-Meyer, Sarita Ross, Mike Ozer, Anthony Paneth, Clark Patton, Steve Schaefer, Jack Solidarda Stewart, Herb Weil, Ossie Zimmer, Luca Zachman. Elna Refanala, Elna Refanala, Elna Refanala, Elna Refanala, Refuah Shlema.
They should all be blessed and healed, and we say, Amen. Well, we have a special addition to tonight, being as it is Shabbat Yitro. Parshat Yitro is the section of our Torah, one of the two places that you'll find the Ten Commandments. So in honor of that special moment, we're going to make a bracha right now, a blessing for Torah study, la'asok b'divrei Torah, and then we're going to hear the cantor chant those passages, and we're even going to stand for the event itself. So let's make this blessing thanking God for commanding us to immerse ourselves in words of Torah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah.
Amen. Please rise. Vayedaber Elohim et kol hadavarim ha'ele lemor. Anochi Adonai Elohecha asher hotzeiticha me'eretz Mitzrayim bibeit avadim lo yeh lecha Elohim acherim al panai lo ta'aseh lecha tesel v'chol tmudah asher bashamayim mi ma'al ve'asher ba'aretz mitachat ve'asher b'mayim mitachat la'aretz lo tishtachaveh lahem ve'lo ta'avdem ki anochi Adonai Elohecha Elkanah Poked avon avot al banim al shleshim ve'arbeim lisonai ve'osei chesed la'alafeim lo aveh u'loshomrei mitzvotai lo tisa et shem Adonai Elohecha lashav ki lo yenakeh Adonai et asher yisa et shemo lashav Zachor et Yom HaShabbat lekodsho sheshet yamim tavod ve'asita kol malaktecha ve'yom hashvi'i Shabbat l'Adonai Elohecha lo taseh chol melcha ata uvincha uvitecha avdecha ve'amatcha uvhemtecha ve'gercha asher bisharecha ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz et hayam ve'et kol asher bam vayanach bayom hashvi'i al kein pirach Adonai et Yom HaShabbat v'kadshehu kabed et אביך ואת אמך, למען יאריכון ימיך על האדמה, אשר אדוני אלוהיך נותן לך, לא תרצח, לא תנאף, לא תגנוב, לא תענה ברכך עד שקר, לא תחמוד בית רעך, לא תחמוד אשת רעך ועבדו ואמתו ושרו וחמרו וכול אשר לרעך.
Yasher kochech. And as we imagine this tree of life, the Eitz Chaim, that is the Torah. It is a tree of life for those who hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Why? Because we know we've never stopped growing. We've never stopped learning. This is some of the lifeblood of our people. We just keep on getting curiouser and curiouser, and I just added a new word to the language. I think that was in The Wizard of Oz. But in any event, here we are. Thank God we have this commandment to learn.
Eitz Chaim hi למחזיקים בה ותומכיה מאושר דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום. השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה חדש ימינו כקדם.
Please have a seat, friends. And now for the Phil Donahue part of our show. Every month, the first Shabbat of the month, does anybody know who Phil Donahue was? That's pretty, okay. Most of the audience, the other, don't worry about it. Don't worry. We have the opportunity to just share what simcha we might have coming up this month. If it's your birthday, if it's an anniversary, if it's a workiversary or whatever they call it. If it's something, maybe you're going into this month with a lot of hope about something. You can express that too. But don't make the two of us or Rabbi Sam come up with them all by ourselves, okay? So, who's ready? Oh, Mitchell. I'm glad you have a simcha.
I will be celebrating a birthday on 2 weeks from today.
You will?
That will propel me closer to the train station, as they say. The end of the train station.
No, that train runs for a long, healthy time, my friend.
Shalom.
Anybody else have a simcha? Oh, hello, hello, hello. All right, this is my cake baker. Shh.
I'm celebrating my birthday this month.
You are?
Yeah.
Mazel tov.
We're going to bake you a cake. Maybe not.
I don't think he wants
I'll
me
sing to you. How's that?
Elliot.
I won the class election and I'm a senator.
Oh. How would you like us to address you as senator? Senator Weisberger?
Wow, Senator Elliott.
Okay,
It has
okay.
a flow.
Hello. We're so happy to have the Turners in the house tonight.
Thank you for having us. My wife is a leap year baby and will be turning 14 because she actually has a birthday this year. So, thank you.
Mazel tov. Is it? Oop, what? Where? Was there somebody back here? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get to
that's
Bev,
a simcha.
come on, Joe. Let's go, Joe. Semi, I think this one's about you, brother.
Yep.
Yeah, so Semi's got a birthday this month and also a bar mitzvah in 2 weeks.
Yay! Mazel tov. You're also looking at a phenomenal artist and author. You should get his signature, his autograph right now, right, Semi? Anybody else? I think I missed
Bev,
somebody.
Bev
Here,
has-
Bev.
And Ellen.
And then Ellen.
I'm going to be celebrating a big birthday this year also, and my children are all coming in to help celebrate.
Oh, the best! Birthday celebrations. Okay. I love it. I love it. Ellen?
My daughter's sitting next to me, but will be celebrating her half birthday on the 18th of this month. More importantly, my dog will be turning 5 on Tuesday.
Mazel tov, Shana.
Not 2.5.
Twice. Did anybody else have one? All right, well, that is good news for the Jews et al.
Simin tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simin tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simin tov, mazel tov, simin tov, Yehelanu, 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 Olecho Yisrael, Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Olecho Yisrael, Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Olecho Yisrael, Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Olecho Yisrael. Mazel tov. We'll take all the celebration we can get.
Seriously. Please rise for Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. We now pause to remember those people who we miss. We miss them, and we don't feel so separate from them, especially when we say Kaddish. We remember their life even more than we remember that they have died. We have lived and we have cherished ties. The chain of love may feel shattered. Only trust and strength of faith can lighten the heaviness of the heart. At times, the pain of separation seems more than we can bear, but if we dwell too long on our loss, we embitter our hearts and harm ourselves and those about us. When the people we love are gone, the departed are with us, moving us to live as, in their higher moments, they themselves wished to live. We remember them now. They live in our hearts. They are an abiding blessing. Recently, our congregation lost some important people. And so in the period of Shiva, and as I say the names of people that you are remembering tonight, if you would please stand as I say their names. We are remembering Harold Raven Garfinkel, father of Mike Garfinkel. We're also remembering Annette Turner, the mother of Steve Turner, and Dan and Tracy. In the period of the Shloshim, the 30 days, we're remembering John Kobacker, husband of Kathy Kobacker, Adam Kaplan, brother of Jamie Kaplan, Sam Good, father of Arnie Good, Ellen Kotler-Rubin, sister of Mark Kotler, and Sue Plotnick Fine, the mother of Liz Plotnick-Snee. We are with you as you stand, friends. If you're joining us during the first year of mourning, would you please rise so we can recognize your loss? And we stand beside you and with you too as you remember your loved ones. And tonight is the yahrzeit, the anniversary of the following loved ones' deaths: Gabriel Abel, Samuel Altman, Estelle Arndt, Norman Arndt. You can stand. Jason Bally, Debbie Boxer, J.D. Boxer, Simon Chadish, Lillian Dillon, John Freeman. We're remembering Rose Gross, Alfred Guggenheim, Alfred H. Harmon, Alfred J. Kobacker, Donald Mautz, Joseph Chaim Miller, Rose Bloom Monette, Meyer Monette, Norman Newmark. We are remembering John Nolan, Rosalind Pariser, Betty Reynolds, Claudia Rinkov, Doreen Rosen, Gloria Beth Rothschild, Bessie Samonson, Rose Saremsky, Lester Seligson, remembering Brian Sensor, Helen Spire, Bernie Spire, Dorothy Stein, Jeffrey Swartz, Mildred Terberg, A. Robert Weiler, Abe Weinfeld, and Joanne Ruth Wells. Are there any additional names? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We all stand together as we remember all of those names that were mentioned, all of those who are being remembered in the world right now as we say the words of Kaddish together. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'olma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitale v'yithalal shmei d'kudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'olma v'imru amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace bring peace to all who mourn, comfort to all who grieve. Zichronam livracha, let their memories continue to bless and sustain you and inspire you to do mitzvot in their memory. And we say, Amen. Please be seated, friends. Thank you all for coming tonight. I mentioned the I Engage class that's beginning. I hope you'll stay again tonight. We'll enjoy a few minutes of Kiddush or Oneg, and then we'll come back in here for a quick lesson, an opportunity for us to get a sense of what this course is going to be about. Push off your Giuseppe's reservations for like half an hour and hang out with us. We also have, do you want to announce this one?
So many of you have joined us at Tikkuna Palooza, right, where we gather for a mitzvah day, but we got the feedback that there weren't enough volunteer activities for little ones. So, with the help of some amazing leaders in our community, they decided we want a Kiddapalooza. So it's a special community day happening next Sunday, I believe, after Sunday school, noon to 3. So ask or contact Ruth for more information about that. It should be a lot of fun. And any way we can engage kids in mitzvot and doing good deeds is a win-win.
Yes, yes. And all of other stuff is on our good old website. Thank you, Cantor, for all those beautiful melodies and special readings tonight.
Yes, Yasher koach. Oh, and thank you to our ushers, the Feinbergs. Thank you.
Yay.
And for Zach back there, making everything work smoothly, and for Jody Bumgarner with all these beautiful visual slides, and of course, Kylan and Kelly for setting everything up, and last but not least, Ruth Silverman, who basically runs the place. So, I hope she heard that. We thank you. We raise a glass to you. Shabbat Shalom. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lamikra'ei kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon Inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat L'chaim. L'chaim.
I feel like we need Elliot up here, the senator.
Well, there's also Semi.
Well, the senator from
Eli,
Central Ohio.
Stella, you guys want to come up? Come on,
Please
Semi,
take-
come on up.
Oh.
Come on up, Eli.
There's
more people to share the challah with.
There's a lot of teen action in here tonight. Well done. I also want to say well done, parents, for bringing your kids, because it's very good
You get a
practice
piece
for
of
the
challah.
upcoming B'nai Mitzvah people.
Ready?
Soon enough.
Baruch atah Adonai.
You guys want to hold on?
Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
How should we do this?
Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam shalom. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam shalom. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam.
Shabbat shalom. Join us for our oneg and then come right back in about 15 minutes.